And back to Lagos, the leadership tension in the Lagos State chapter of the National Union of Road Transport Workers have finally been laid to rest. This follows the intervention of key players at the federal and state level. And with this renewed resolve, senior executive members have resolved to work amicably in the overall interest of the organization. Secretary of the State Chapter of the Nurtw, Lemboye Akinsaya, at the end of a meeting in Lagos State, stressed that Musiliu Akinsaya remains chairman of the state Nurtw, while Mustapha Adekunle will be in charge of finance and administration of the union in Lagos State. He also adds that the election of other excos during the state delegate conference in 2023 remains valid. Mr. Adekunle, who commended members for their resilience, assured his commitment to the peace drive.
Peace is the utmost recipe for development in every organization and for the unity and development of the NURT.
Away from that, former President Goodluck Jonathan and former President of Ghana, John Mahama, have emphasized the need for inclusive democracy in Africa. They said this at the 87th birthday program of the former President Obasanjo. TVC News' Kazim Olowe has more details on this.
As leaders in Africa, former President Goodluck Jonathan and a former President of Ghana, John Mahama, are advocating quality leadership, inclusive democracy, and transparency. The former presidents are guests at a program organized to mark the 87th birthday of former President Olusegun Obasanjo in Abeokuta. They identified access to justice, quality of election, and tribalism as some of the factors working against quality leadership in Africa.
It requires a leader that can combine these attributes, a quality leader who will run an inclusive government that can catalyze the process of unity and development, that will be able to mitigate this crisis in the world.
At any given moment in the life of a nation, strong and defiant leadership was needed in the pre-colonial struggle for African liberation and independence, not a leadership of humility.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo, on his part, called for homegrown democracy for Africans, adding that the liberal democracy adopted from the Western world is yet to facilitate desired development.
In African content, African way, we have consensus. We sit under the bed. We sit under the tree and we iron out. We then decide, okay, this is the way it will go. There's no opposition.
On his part, the Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun described former President Olusegun Obasanjo as a detribalized Nigerian with strong leadership skills.
Baba has become a world-respected democratic leader, a detribalized Nigerian, a Pan-African whose passion and vision is for Africa that is being led by quality leadership for the desired economic development.
Other dignitaries at the event include a former president of Slovenia and the chairman of Club de Madrid, Danilo Tok, who said the club is currently involved in establishing a body to focus on fighting corruption around the world. Kazim Olowe, TVC News, Abeokuta.
And that's TVC News this hour. For more updates on the stories we are monitoring, you can visit our website on www.tvcnews.tv. You can also follow us on our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and on X at TVC News NG. On YouTube, we're live at TVC News Nigeria. Thanks for watching.